My name is Jose Rodriguez, and I'm doing a presentation for the Green Technology class. We are Professor Nathan Glover. Um, my presentation is about solar energy. What is solar energy? Solar energy is a renewable source of energy. The energy from our sun is heating our planet every day. Most of the energy is absorbed by our land and oceans. This energy is what causes our planet to stay warm and maintain an atmosphere when we add solar panels to our planet. We are not reducing the amount of energy that heats our planet, we are just capturing something that's already there and will not be depleting. Solar energy is typical clean and not polluting. There's a different type of how to capture solar energy. When we think about solar energy, we always think of solar panels, which is, it's logical because nowadays we see it more and more in houses or around school and farms. It is a fair statement. It's one of the methods to get solar energy. Solar panels transforms the sun energy into electricity. And another method is solar thermal system. This method converts the sun energy into heat instead of electricity. One of the examples is solar water heaters that some houses have. Well, solar panel, how they work and how they create electricity. The solar panel works by allowing photons or particles of light to knock electrons free from an atom, generating a flow of electricity. Solar panels actually comprise many smaller units called photovoltaic cells. Photovoltaic simply means that they convert sunlight into electricity. So as we see in the picture in the image over here, solar panels grab the sunlight and they send it to an inverter to convert energy to electricity, and then it goes down to our home, and the rest of the electricity goes back to the power grid. There's a different types of solar panels. There's monocrystalline, polycrystalline, and thin film. The monocrystalline solar panels are the oldest type of solar panels and the most developed. These solar panels are made from about 40 of the monocrystalline solar cells. These solar cells are made from pure silicon. The polycrystalline solar panels are a newer development, but they are rising quickly in popularity and efficiency. Just like monocrystalline cells, the polycrystalline cells are also made from silicon. The thin film solar panels are extremely new developed in the solar panel industry. The most distinguished feature of the thin film panel is that they are always made from silicon. They can be made from a variety of materials, like including cadmium telluride. So, as we know, then there's three types of solar panels. Solar energy in terms of thermosystem. Thermosystem is a direct system that circulates water through solar collectors where it is heated by the sun. The sun thermal energy heats the fluid in the solar collector, then this fluid passes through a heat exchange in the storage tank, transferring the heat to the water. So see over here in the image, the solar energy, the sun hit the water heater, and then there's cold water that goes into the water heater through those tubes, and then that warm water go back into a tank, and then the tank to go the rest of the house. There's also different type of water heating. There's the water heater collectors, which is a batch collector, also called integrated collector storage system. Heat water in dark tanks or tubes within an insulated box, storing water into drawn Water can remain in the collectors for a long period of time in the household. Demand is low, making it very hot. Flat plate collectors typically consist of copper tubes filtered to flat and absorb plates. Flat plate collectors are typically sized to contain 40 gallons of water. And evacuated tube collectors are the most efficient collectors available. Each evacuated tube is similar to a thermal in principle. A glass or metal tube containing the water or heat transfer fluid is surrounded by a large glass tube. There's also the circulation system. Um, in the circulation system, there's three types: direct system, closed loop, or indirect in active or forced circulation. The direct system circulate water through a solid collector where it is heated by the sun. The heated water is then stored in a tank, sent to a tankless water heater, or used directly. These systems are preferable in climates where it's rarely freeze. The closed loop or indirect systems use a non-freezing liquid to transfer heat from the sun to water in a storage tank. The sun thermal energy heats the fluid in the solid collector. Then this fluid passes through the heat exchange in the storage tank, transferring the heat to the water. The non-freezing fluid then circle back to the collector. In the active force circulation system, use electric pumps, valves, and controls to move water from the collector to the storage tank. These are common in the United States. Passive system require no pumps. Natural convection moves water from the collector to the storage tank as heats up. So, what are the benefits of have solar energy? Well, the first one is obviously, as we know, taking this class, is a renewable energy source. Among all the benefits of solar panels, the most important thing is that solar energy is a truly renewable energy source, and it can be harnessed in all areas of the world because the sun is pretty much everywhere. The second is that reduce electricity bills. So obviously, we know that how much electricity costs, and we having solar energy, that bill, the electric bill can be definitely low. The you can have diverse applications. Solar energy can use for diverse purposes, like it can be to generate electricity and also to create heat. It requires low maintenance costs. You only need to keep them relatively clean, so cleaning them a couple times per year will do the job. And the technology development. The technology in the solar power industry is constantly advancing, and improvement will intensify in the future. And obviously, I mean, everything has advantage and have disadvantage. So the disadvantage of the solar energy is the cost. Basically, some of the costs of the system, the solar system for houses, are very expensive. People spend, time, years and years to be able to pay the solar systems. I mean, it would save them energy. I mean, money, basically throughout the year, but also it costs a lot. So it would take a long time to basically catch up to pay for the system, and batteries and all that stuff and installation. It's also weather dependent. So it's a solar energy, so it has to have some type of sunlight. But like in places like, I don't know, like Seattle or other places, there is always raining and it's always cloudy. The sun doesn't reflect that much. Then it will have a little bit of trouble. Solar energy also, storage is expensive. I mean, we need to store the energy, the electricity in large batteries. These batteries use from the gross solar system. They can be charged during the day, but so they can spread energy at night. And they use a lot of, and also the use of a lot of space. The more electricity you want to produce, the more solar panels you will need. So some of the houses, I mean, might not be able to, because of the roof might be small. Then won't be able to have all the solar panels that actually the house might require or they might need. That's why we see a lot of places like school and stuff. They have like big areas with solar panels, or what we call like solar farms. Talking about solar farms are large scale or ground mounted solar installation. They use the same photovoltaic panels or other collecting solar energy, like a concentrating solar system, to harness the sun power. Solar farms take advantage of economies of scale, meaning by placing large orders for solar panels and other equipment, project developers can purchase the equipment for less. So the more you buy, the less you pay. Solar power station can also be located in a more ideal location that is free from issue like shading from trees. The solar farms are centralized and usually consist of ground-mounted solar panels installing across a large area. In most cases, solar farms provide power to the electric grid and are part of the utilities energy mix. So, I mean, solar farms are great for to concentrate a decent amount of energy and for to produce a large amount of electricity. So for big places like schools, in factories, in big buildings, you will see like next to them um, a large solar farm with a large scales of solar panels. So in a small scale, we have also solar energy. Solar energy can be used to power like pocket calculators, watches, flashlight, cameras, wearable devices, radios. They can also power laptops and mobiles phones in combination with batteries. I mean, now we have seen the solar lights um, outside the house. Also, the old calculators with the solar little solar panels. I think those are one of the first like devices to use like solar panels energy. And I don't know if you guys remember the old classic Casio watches. Also, they have some like little solar panels over there, and they will keep the watch running. And now, now with technology, we have like the radios that can be charged with solar energy, and also video cameras, outdoor video cameras too, also to be charged with solar energy. But which is, I think it's amazing. In conclusion, I think solar energy is going to be a big part as a source of energy in the future. The technology within is growing, and with all the climate change in the world in the past few years, people are more concerned and involved in green technology. I think it's the way to go, as long as it could be more affordable for the public. Um, and these are my reference sources. So thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoy this presentation and have a nice day.